Okay, hello, welcome back to my channel. I apologize for my liquid latex stained shirt and that sort of thing, but I'm dyeing my hair. And so this video was originally supposed to be a bunch of things, right? It was supposed to originally be a vlog, and then that didn't work out. And then it was going to be a get ready with me, but then I didn't get ready today. And I was planning on re-dyeing my hair, like the blonde pieces, tonight anyway, and then I just thought I would do this with you. I was going to re-dye them tonight anyway because we're like, my colleagues and I are going to like a thing tomorrow. We're like all gonna hang out and be friends, but I haven't met, I mean I have, but I've only met most of them once before, so it gives me so much anxiety to meet them, because I like have to be charming and funny. Those are really hard things for me. Especially because, like, so, like, I learned the other day, for example, that most of my colleagues don't understand the Harry Potters. Like, they haven't seen them, they haven't read them, and I feel like 80% of my vocabulary is, like, Harry Potter movie quotes. Like, I just don't understand, like, what conversations am I supposed to have if I'm not referencing Harry Potter, right? Like, if they don't know Harry Potter, odds are they also don't know Lord of the Rings. So that leaves me with nothing. So these are the sorts of things that give me anxiety. If all else fails, I at least have to be cute, right? But I don't know if I want to use the Iroiro or if I want to use the Ion Bright, the violet gray. I was leaning towards the violet gray before, but now I'm leaning towards this. I don't know that my hair is light enough for this. I think I'm going to just use the Iroiro. And we're just going to be really messy with this because of who I am as a person fundamentally. Unfortunately. But yeah, so that's tomorrow. I feel like we have so much to talk about. Last week, my mouth was swollen and in so much pain, and I'm pretty sure my wisdom teeth are coming in. So I called my dentist, and they're like, yeah, we can't get you in for like another week and a bit. So like, I still haven't been. My mouth doesn't hurt as bad as it was, but it was awful. And they were like, we can't get you in for another week. You would think at 27 years old, I would be too old for my wisdom teeth. Like, you think I would have aged past that. I don't know with my wisdom teeth. I'm not a dentist, but I just put this on backwards. That's what my hypothesis is. Is that it's my wisdom teeth coming in. So that's Monday. Not looking forward to that. Although, like I said, they don't really hurt anymore, so maybe it'll be okay and they don't have to do anything. I don't know. Red came out last week. Red is... Okay, I always say Red is my favorite Taylor Swift album, but I don't know. Speak Now might be. I was a little bit younger when Speak Now came out, obviously, because it came out earlier than Red did, huh? But, like, Speak Now was the beginning of me being a Taylor Swift fan. I was, like, young in high school. I wasn't a huge Debut fan, and I also wasn't a huge Fearless fan. I'll be honest with you guys. I can definitely appreciate them as albums. She's an amazing songwriter. I've always thought that, but it was just vocally she wasn't there for me yet. But Speak Now was the beginning of her, like, sort of finding her voice and, like, how it sounds good. And so I really like that. Red is obviously just another step up from there. But I love Red. Red has, like, I just love it. And then, of course, we got 10 Minute All Too Well. We got the short film. It's a good time right now to be a Swiftie. I really do like Taylor Swift. I really, like I said, like I always have. I just didn't love her first two albums as much as I've loved everything else since. Like when I was in, like late elementary school, and all the girls that I knew were like obsessed with Our Song. I still don't really get that hype. She has way better songs than that. But I can appreciate it at least. 10 Minute All Too Well, man. That does not feel like 10 minutes. It never does. But I will say, something that... I've seen a couple of comments about this on TikTok, and I have to agree. Some of the production on Red Taylor's version sounds weird. Like, Girl at Home, We Are Never Getting Back Together. Like it... I don't know, it sounds weird. The only versions of the originals that I will be listening to are on my CD that I already own, so I mean, that's okay, but still, there's a couple little spots here and there where I do prefer the original, but for the most part, the new one is way better. And her voice is so much more mature. I'm just really looking forward to hearing Speak Now with older Taylor's more mature voice. You know what I mean? I keep hoping she'll release Enchanted because it's like trending on TikTok, right? That would be so smart. TikTok just keep trending all of the Speak Now songs so that she's bullied into just releasing that album next. That would be rad. The kids are going to lose their mind when they hear Haunted. I'm just putting that out there right now. The kids, they're all about Enchanted right now once they hear Haunted. They're going to lose it. And I can't wait to see it. And I know we don't get Taylor's version of Rep for another couple years, probably. But that's going to be awesome, too. There's going to be so many great bold tracks for that one. Basically, I'm excited for everything except for I'm the least excited about Debut. Oh, but we'll get I'd Lie on Debut, probably. Oh, I love that song. Oh. Got some on my shirt, guys. It finally happened. Yo, do you want to know something else? Okay, so Tiger King 2 came out this week. Yesterday, actually. And I watched the whole thing because there's only 5 episodes. And each episode is, like, barely 40 minutes. And I have so many anchors about Tiger King 2 and about the Tiger King system as a whole. Oh, you see that? That was almost in my eyeball. Okay, because here's the thing. Tiger King is a series about, like, people who openly exploit animals, who kill animals when they get too old to be cuddly or whatever. Like, absolute, like... But then at the same time, it's also a series about these men who, like... rope in Joe Exotic's case, very young men, I would almost call them boys, because they're like 17 in some case, get them addicted to meth, convince them to marry him, and then in my least favorite person on earth, Doc Antle's case, ropes in really young, like, sort of lost women, and gets them to change their name and essentially join his weird little tiger zoo cult, and do whatever with him that he wants. All of that is talked about and explained in the Tiger King series, and what people took out of it was Carol Baskin's a bitch. Like, it's the weirdest case of modern misogyny that I have ever heard of. And in Tiger King 2, there are 2 whole episodes. There are only 5 episodes in total, okay? There are 2 entire episodes dedicated to Carol Baskin's missing ex-husband, who it's a very popular opinion to believe that she murdered him. Well, let me tell you something. We're talking about a man here who did a lot of shady business deals, and one of the things that they openly admit about him in the show is that he would go to Costa Rica, his home away from home, if you will, and buy 15-year-old prostitutes. 15! And his family and his friends, they're all like, he was a flawed man, but he was a good man. I'm sorry? Buying 15-year-old prostitutes? Fundamentally makes you not a good person. It just doesn't. Do I think she killed him? I really genuinely don't. I really do think he got into some shady business stuff and was, like, he just fucked off. Like, that's what I truly, really believe. But I also don't care. Like, I don't understand how that's what people care about in this series. Like, like, Doc Antle, who I believe is the real villain of everything ever, please keep him away from young girls forever and ever, isn't even mentioned. Isn't even seen, isn't even referenced in, like, text on the screen in the second season one time. Not even one time. Yes, I am very mad about this, okay? Like, we don't see him. I have no, after I watched all of Tiger King and I was like, there's no Doc Antle, like, is he in jail? I looked him up, and he had posted on Instagram, like, 15 hours beforehand. So, he's out there, he's out in the world, probably continuing to lure young girls to be his girlfriend, you know, and play with the kitties with me. People like Doc Antle and Jeff Lowe are just smarter. Like, here's the thing, Joe Exotic, I'm not saying he's a great guy. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be in jail. He does. I don't think he deserves to be in jail for the murder for hire plot. I think he's just stupid and was set up. Because he's honestly not that smart. Like, I really genuinely don't believe in my heart of hearts that he would be smart enough to set something like that up. And not have it be blatantly obvious to everyone and their child. But it just kills me that, like, here we have this story of animals being abused and the crazy things that go on in these big cat rings. And one of Joey Exotic's things was like, Carol's facility isn't any better than mine. First of all, it is. Like, there's space for the animals to move around. And second of all, the point of her facility is to house the discarded cats. It's a sanctuary. The point of your facility is to just keep breeding them and killing the old ones. Do I think Carol Baskin is weird? Yeah, of course. She's super weird. She's not the most charismatic. She's not the friendliest. She doesn't have to be. Why does society impose these things? Like, all women have to be, like, the funniest, most personable person on earth in order to be taken seriously. And I get the memes. I get that it's funny to, like, make fun of Joe Exotic's voice and be like, that bitch Carol Baskin, she killed her husband. He's under the septic tank. I get it. It's funny. I loved those TikToks too. They were so funny. But at the end of the day, to me, that sort of thing, it's not serious, because the serious thing is Doc Antle. It's Joe Exotic. It's all of them doing their actual scary shit. And, like, with those 2 whole fucking episodes on Don Lewis, I was like, this is so icky. And his daughters are what I don't get, because I understand wanting to fight for your dad, I do, but they know that he wasn't a particularly good man, and he's been gone for more than 20 years, like, I don't know, man. They had, like, there's this part in the second episode on Don Lewis where they have, like, this psychic go to the spots where Don was last seen, and he's like, I can see it right here, the spot where he was murdered from behind, and it's just like, oh my god. Like, somebody just stop them. I really need to get a baby wipe for my face. Did I get everything except for the blonde piece that's in the ponytail? I think I did. I even got my wrist, my boob, my phone. Oh my god, I got so much on my shirt. I didn't even know. My poor shirt. I have got this Iroiro dye all over myself before, and it's never made me red. Maybe it's doing this in honor of Taylor Swift? I don't know, but this piece looks black to you, but I'm telling you it's blonde. So, I called my sister today to tell her the joke that I came up with. That is amazing. And I have told so many people this joke, and every single person that I have told, A, has not laughed as hard as I do when I think about it, and B, they just look at me like, so I'm going to tell you about my amazing idea. And that amazing idea is this, guys. We're going to make a horror movie starring Lou Bega. Is it Bega or Vega? I think it's just Bega. Regardless. And we're going to call it Mambo number 666. And he is going to kill girls with those names in order, and similar to how he mentions them. So I know the one line is a little bit of Sandra in the sun. So he's either going to light her on fire, or, depending on her budget, he's going to, like, yeet her into the sun, right? A little bit of Mary all night long. Creepy, right? A little bit of Jessica, Here I Am. That one's open-ended. And we have a theme song all prepped, right? It's just got to be Mambo number 5, but, like, in a minor key. I don't know. Everyone I tell this idea to, they're like, they think I'm insane. But I'm just telling you, this is $1 million idea. Nobody ever takes me seriously. And yes, this idea did pop into my head after I was watching the new Candyman. Came out on DVD the other day. And I actually didn't even mean to buy it the day it came out, but I was already at Walmart looking for snacks, and it was there, so I bought it. And the Say My Name by Destiny's Child is, like, it's not in the movie, but it's, like, the menu screen, and it's in, like, a creepy minor key type situation. And I was like, what other movies could we do this with? I love that, though. I need, like, the horror movie version of More Pop Songs, please and thank you. Because I just love that. Is it cheesy? Yes. Is it overdone? A little bit. Do I love it anyway? Yes. Okay, so I think... See, I've never had this happen before. Well, hopefully it's all good. I'm just gonna try to, like, wipe off my shirt a little bit. Probably go wash my hands. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. That's kind of all I wanted to chat about, I think, while I did my hair. I'll show you tomorrow what it looks like when it's done to see if it's stuck. I have a little bit of a fear that maybe this hair dye went bad because it was open before, but I resealed it and I had it in like a Ziploc bag. So, and it's like a tube that like really secures itself, you know? But it's also never done this to my skin before. So I don't know. Hey, if it's extra burny, maybe it'll just extra burn into my hair. No. I remember it being purpler than this though, and this is very blue. And I'm having anxiety now because I was torn between the two, if you recall. And this one is specifically violet gray. I'm gonna choke and die. Oh my god. This one is specifically violet gray. And I wanted violet because my hair has yellow in it. What happens if you mix purple and yellow? It sort of cancels each other out. But what happens when you mix yellow and blue? It goes green. And now I have anxiety. I'm also disabled and there's nobody else home, so I can't rinse this out by myself anyway. So, like, now it's just done. And I just moved the table. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this nonsense. Should I watch Candyman again? Doesn't sound like a good idea, but I'm probably gonna do it anyway. Or should I just keep listening to the 10-minute version of All Too Well? One of those two things is gonna happen, and then I will see you tomorrow. Alright kids, we did it. I finally have gray hair. There's definitely some spots, because I had rebleached and added more sections to the front, and they weren't as light as these front pieces, so you can see there's like some yellowish down here. But for the most part, it all actually blends pretty well. Color me surprised. Last times I've used this Iroiro Platinum, it didn't go this gray. But I also didn't have as light hair, so, you know, it is what it is. I don't know, I like it. It makes me feel evil. And I like that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And I will see you next time. Bye!